So today's the big day. It's February 8th. It's been 1 year to the day that I decided to remove alcohol from my life and decided to treat myself to a little breakfast this morning. I'm going to continue this celebration all day long. Go to work in like an hour. Started my financial services training this week, which is really cool. But my friend Dana Kometz got a hold of me and she said she's got a present for me. So she's going to link up with me at my lunch break. And then I'm going to go to dinner this evening with Anthony and Chelsea. And just going to celebrate this monumental day in my life by celebrating, I guess, the victory over removing alcohol from my life. So I originally goaled myself to just quit drinking alcohol for at least 1 year's time, and I was basically given an ultimatum this time last year that if I didn't quit drinking, that I was going to basically lose my family. And roughly 90 days later, I ended up losing it anyways. But it wasn't because of a lack of effort on my part. I made a clear, conscious effort to change things about me that I needed to. Ultimately, there was probably a lot of damage that had been done prior to the ultimatum being given to me that was kind of irreparable. But I was grateful when that time did come that I wasn't drinking at that moment, because I really feel like I would have probably drank myself to death. Since then, since removing alcohol from my life, I've been able to be a lot more emotional, and I've found that it's been very helpful. I was very sad and depressed before. I really didn't know it. I just kept on making excuses why I need to drink and drink more. You know, friends would come into town, gotta have a drink. Had a bad day at work, drink. Had a good day at work, drink. Mowing the lawn on a Saturday, gotta have a drink. So when I made the decision to remove it from my life, I struggled a little bit with how I was going to keep living my life without it. And I was really worried that, you know, in social settings, that I wouldn't be able to have as much fun as I used to when I would drink. And really, when I say I had a problem with alcohol, it wasn't that I was ever, you know, waking up in the morning and drinking or hiding mini bottles around the house and sneaking drinks here and there. It was really, you know, it just became an everyday thing right after work or on the weekends, and it was no longer casual. It was just a part of my everyday life, and that's really where the problem was at for me. It took me several months to finally tell myself and say it out loud that I was an alcoholic. And a lot of people ask me or say to me, you know, Mike, we don't ever think that you really had a problem. And I guess, I don't know, it wasn't that I was good at hiding it, just my problem was a little bit different than what other people's problems might be with alcohol. But I knew it was a problem for me. And I really wanted to keep changing and evolving, and this last year has really showed me that I could literally do anything I put my mind to, and literally every aspect of my life has changed for the better since I quit drinking. I've been able to spend just great quality time with my family, even my friends, and I don't wake up feeling horrible anymore. I lost a bunch of weight. I mean, just so many things about my life improved. And I'm happy to say that, I'm gonna keep living like this, alcohol free, for the foreseeable future. The more sober I got, the more I realized that I didn't need it, and there was no denying the feeling that I have inside of me that I am a much better person without it. And I'm grateful, nothing bad happened that made me want to change. So I'll basically just wrap up by saying that, any of you that struggle with things like substance abuse, alcohol, drugs, whatever it is, toxic relationships, right? There's a lot of things that we do to ourselves that don't make a lot of sense when we think about our happiness. And I think it's super important that if you guys are struggling with some aspect of your life, that you really take a close look at it and define the thing that is causing you pain or hurt, and really evaluate if it's necessary to have in your life or not. There was several people that were an inspiration to me because of their successes this last year, and there was also several people that served as a martyr because the decisions that they made showed to me that I should probably be thinking and doing things differently. And friends and family were lost this last year due to alcoholism, lost their lives, and that's a horrible thing. I had a couple people reach out to me after I decided to quit drinking, and they asked for some advice, and I'm glad that they did. And ultimately, I said it to myself several times, I want to quit drinking, I'm going to quit drinking, but I never did. The time was just not right. It just happened to be that this last year, when I did decide to quit, it was the right time, and I finally made the honest effort to stop the negative or the poor choices and really think about what I could do differently. And ultimately, all of it, like I said, has been for the positive. A couple people have shared their successes on social media and with me personally, that they've quit drinking, and I think it's awesome. I love hearing about other people that have made this choice for themselves, that I think, maybe when you reach a certain age, or maybe when you've had enough run-ins with your own shit, that you decide to do something about it and you actually do it, you should be celebrating. You should be excited for those things. So, like I said, if you guys, are struggling with things in your personal life and you want to reach out and talk, feel free. I'm not a perfect person by any means, and I still have a lot of learning and growing to do, but I'm here today, a much better man, and I look forward to the future and being able to remember it. Have a good day.